So still on generational causes, this is 50 cents explains why he never used drugs or doesn't drink. This guy sold drugs, but he never tasted it. Why? Because his mother died in such a deal. So he identified the demon in quote, and the contact point is through drugs. So he vowed in his life never to touch this. Others can smoke and drink and get away with it, but he knows that for him to break that generational curse of dying young in his family, he must never touch this. This is the contact point. So he avoided it. He's very rich now, very successful, and he has never smoked or taken drugs. Let me show you another example. This is still how to break generational curses. See, Ronaldo does not drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes. Why? Partly based on the fact that his father passed away due to alcoholism. He has seen what alcohol did to his father, and for him to break that, he must not touch it at all. There's nothing like moderate drinking. He knows that that demon will come through contact. I'll give you another example before I make the point. Please make sure you click the share button and then the like. All right. So, and follow me. President Donald Trump, former US president, is healthier than he looks, at least partly because of 2 life decisions, abstaining from drinking and smoking. The man does not even take coffee. Why? His elder brother used to drink a lot, and this elder brother had an accident and died. So because of that, Trump does not want that again. Now, I'll tell you why. Many people smoke and drink and nothing happens. So at the end of the day, you see that these people succeeded in life because they were able to identify generational patterns and cut it. All right. So the question to you now is, what is it about your family that you can identify today and cut it? What is the generational pattern or curse that you can identify and cut it? And what is the blessings, generational blessings, that you can identify and bless? Do you understand? You know, sometimes, right, when some parents are telling the daughter not to marry a certain guy, it's because they can already see a pattern. They made that mistake in their life, and they are seeing their daughter repeat it, or their son repeat it. That's why some parents will be opposing the daughter, but they can see it, you know. So at the end of the day, the onus is on you. The assignment is on you to identify the single major mistake that was ever done by your parents or the people that came before you. Sometimes your uncles, your aunties, it's in your family and you avoid it. I know a man, a professor, that everybody in his family was dying of diabetes in their 40s, like really young. The thing would just carry the person and destroy the person over a period of 10 years, and the person is dead. So when he married, he banned everything sugar in his own family. Banned it totally. Everything. This man died at the age of 72. Guess what killed him? Diabetes. But at least he aged till 72. He was a very old man, 72 before he died. At least he made it. He doubled the average age of death in his family, because he identified it early. Probably something in their genes prevents them from processing sugar properly. So they are born with it already. And who knows, maybe because he didn't take it much, maybe his grandchildren will show up without that problem at all. You know? Some people, it's a stroke that keeps killing everybody in their family. You need to go and research what causes it, the root causes, research. Don't ever rest till you find where the problem was. You know, don't ever rest. When you find where the problem was, maybe the nutrition, what the person ate all their life, maybe the drugs they took the wrong drugs. Research everything. Once you find it, you start avoiding it like a plague. Some people, it was road accident that ended the life of somebody with them. The man got drunk and crashed. So what do? You become more careful with driving. You don't drink and drive ever. So at the end of the day, everybody has a certain pattern that is generating. And why is that cycle happening? It's not some spirit that is carrying the cycle along. Actually, it's genetics. You are made up of 50% of your father, 50% of your mother, right? So if you meet any problem in life, you are already thinking half like your father, half like your mother. So the decision you will make is most likely the decision your father or your mother will make in that situation. Now, also, there's a part of you that's called epigenetics. That is the environment, how the environment influences the way you think. So if you are raised in a poor home, you have grown up with a poor mentality already. So all your life you are fighting poor mentality. You are fighting poverty mentality. You make decisions that will keep. So epigenetics, all right. So when you grow up in a poor family, you will see yourself thinking poverty. When people bring ideas that will make you rich, you will automatically disconnect and discredit the idea, destroy it immediately. They'll be telling you, join TikTok, start this. You'll be like, I don't like anything about that. Don't tell me that. At the end, every morning you carry your bag, you're going to work. That struggle, it has ingrained in your mentality. You can't go beyond that environment you grew up in. You know, there are people that their parents will abuse so much that they can't fall in love with anybody that is not abusing them. If the woman is not physically attacking him, if the man is not beating her, she don't believe say the man love her. Due to what? Abuse she grew up with. So that's epigenetics. The environment you grew up in has affected and impacted the way you think. That's why I tell people the first step to getting rich ever is get the hell out of that poor environment. Rich people don't stay in poor environments. See, if you're staying in a poor neighborhood, plan your escape from there. Do you know it's better to be sleeping on the floor of somebody in a rich neighborhood, right, than to live in a mansion in a poor neighborhood? I swear to God. Epigenetics, it's affecting you. So you look around, some people have never grown in an environment where people talk about wealth. No wealth discussion ever in the family. Nobody's talking about getting rich ever. You spend 20, 30 years in your family. When you now leave the family environment, every time somebody wants to bring up a wealth discussion, you cancel it. Do you understand? There are families where the mother will keep taking the children to church and prayer and crusade every day. That's every time they have problem. That's the only thing the mother knows. You see, when this child grows up, when they have a problem, they will be unable to think critically. They can't face the problem and say, okay, what do we do? Once they have a problem, they start looking for prophets. They can travel from here to the end of the country to look for one prophet and do 3 days vigil and come back. The problem is still there. They will not tackle it. They will go to another prophet. You see, these things are affecting us. Even if you take the person from Nigeria and take them to Canada, where there is ice and snow, you know, the Ontario. When they get there, they will still be thinking exactly that same way. When they face a problem, they will be looking for one spiritual solution or the other. If they don't know what to do, they will use internet and connect spiritually to one pastor or prophet. They will never actually face the problem. Now, I'm not saying that praying with prophet is bad or anything, but I'm saying that this is how this person was brought up, never to actually confront a problem. Many people are facing different challenges. The health problem you are facing now, how are you sure that that's not what ended your family, your mother and your father? Do you know what killed your grandparents? Do you know the actual disease? Did you see their medical reports? It's time to go and ask questions. You know, like if you knew that high blood pressure killed your grandfather and killed your father, you should expect it because it's going to come. You have their genes inside you. It's going to come. So what do? You get ready for it, you know. What do? You read up on it and do everything you can to eat well and avoid it. You check your blood pressure every time just to be sure that shit don't come. Right? Now I'm saying, monitor everything you eat, weed out all the bad food, because this time you are prepared because you know what's coming, you know. So at the end of the day, there are families where this brother is crazy, this other brother is in prison. This one went to London and he fought there. He got stabbed. He managed to survive. It's in the family already. So you should prepare for violence. You know what I'm saying? You try and avoid any incidences of violence. Anything that will constitute a crime, you try and avoid it like a plague, because you can already see it ravishing people in your family. So that's what they call generational curse. It's just genes that you inherited from your parents that make you react a certain way to issues. And how is that way? The way your parents reacted to the same issue.